This Ironman 70.3 race was not the race that I actually expected, but it was the race that I actually needed. I almost shut this race down before it even started. I was so nervous, I was so fearful the night before and even the week leading up to the race. I was really leaning on the presence of God to really push me through that level of fear that I had about the water, the 1.2 mile ocean swim. And the Lord showed up and he met me there, which was wonderful, and it pushed me through to be able to show up and put my plan in place. This video is for anyone training for a race or anyone who is pushing beyond their comfort zone, pushing their limits, getting as close as they can to that edge, which is their breaking point. Maybe it's even pushing past that failure point in your mind. Maybe it's a mental roadblock. Maybe it's a physical roadblock that you're trying to overcome. We are here for you, the Kelly Edge community, the Edge-Driven Community. We are all here for you. So this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. This is the Kelly Edge. My name is Cody. We're going to be talking about Ironman 70.3 Wilmington, North Carolina today. This channel does exist for people just like you, tuning in, wanting to see what Ironman 70.3 is about, but then also what the Edge is supposed to be like. What does it mean? What comes with it? What's the community like? So this is awesome. I'm excited for you to be here and welcome aboard. If you are not part of the Kelly Edge or the Edge-Driven Community, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Maybe some family member, somebody that you're a friend with would love to join as well. Maybe you all could join a duo and that would be awesome. So this course was actually a lot of fun. There were a lot of really smooth transitions. There were really a lot of smooth parts of the course, but there were a lot of headwind. I'm talking about a lot of strong headwind on the bike, which we'll talk about later in depth, but it was a really flat course because obviously it's in North Carolina, it's on the beach, Wrightsville Beach, and then also Wilmington, North Carolina as well. So these two locations in this part of North Carolina is really flat. So there's a lot of headwind on the bike, and so that put up a lot of resistance. Played with your mind a lot. I was cycling harder than I was in training. And it really discouraged me to see my bike computer say, hey, you are only 15 miles an hour. But that's where our mental toughness has to push through, and we got to continue on going forward. So we'll talk about that a little bit in this video, as well as the swim, what it took for me to get through that 1.2 mile swim. Like I said, the bike was a 56 mile bike, and then the run was a 13.1 mile run, which was pretty shaded. It was what you expect on a run that's miserable after a 56 mile bike. So we'll go into depth about that today as well. Stay tuned. So leading up to the race, I had a lot of anxiety, had a lot of fear. I really wasn't sure how this was going to play out. You know, I was scared. I was fearful to get in that water. So I leaned on God. I really sought the presence of the Lord to push me through that fear point. And I remember talking to some people. I made some friends once we got down to the transition area for the swim, which eased my nerves a little bit. You know, we're talking to them. Some of them raced the course before. Some of them actually lived in the area, so they knew what the water was like in the current. So that was really helpful for me to talk to them. I actually made some pretty decent friends there, and we're still in contact today, which I'm forever grateful for. And then leading up to that, all these waves start going, right? I was in the back. I said, you know, it might take me 56 minutes to finish my swim because I was super nervous. But I'm standing here having these conversations with these people, these other triathletes, and it's cold. It's super cold. I just really wanted to warm up. I didn't know how. We were just all standing there, you know, freezing. And then it came our turn, right, to enter the water. We got to the edge of the road, and there was this guide that was guiding us across the road, right? And I didn't know it was really that close to the water, but we get over there, it was like, boom, it hit us. We sat our transition bags down, and then we were there. Like, we were literally on the water. So that part was really like, oh, we're here. I got to get ready. Like, I have to hurry up and get ready. And I just had to keep telling myself, like, I can do this. The Lord is with me. I can actually do this thing. Look at all the other people that are doing this. So I really had to try to ease my nerves. And I was talking to my wonderful wife before this race, and we both agreed on this saying, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And long and behold, like, I'm walking through, leading up to the sand, and there was this person with a sign that said, just keep swimming. And I was like, oh yes, that's it, just keep swimming. And so I entered the sand area. My feet hit the sand. I had my watch ready, my Garmin, you know, because everybody likes tracking data nowadays. And here it was, right? My moment to get in this water. Super freaking out mentally. Everybody's jumping in, waves. The tide was up at this point, so the water was like literally right at the entrance. I heard 3 beeps and we went in, and I was part of the wave, and we jumped in and went around the first turn right there along the dock, and boom, it opens up. and it's really loud with waves and just people everywhere. It's kind of chaotic. My nerves shot through the roof, fear shot through the roof. My heart rate exploded. Really wasn't sure how this was going to turn out at this point. And I forgot how to swim. I was like treading water and I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I could taste salt water, kind of freaking out. But something came over me and something hit me. It was the presence of the Lord, and he said, put your head down and keep swimming. I just thought to myself, yes, that's what I need to do. Put my head down and swim, because that's what I know how to do. I know how to swim. I just need to stay calm and relaxed. Because throughout training, this is what I told myself. Smooth is slow. Slow is smooth, and smooth ends up becoming fast. And so once I got that in my mind, I calmed down. The waves no longer bothered me, and I started swimming. And then all of a sudden, as I started taking strokes and breathing, I noticed I was moving. And I was like, oh, buoy. Okay, cool. Get to the next buoy. Cool, get to the next buoy. And then all of a sudden I was having fun. I'm swimming in the ocean. I'm literally racing in the ocean with all these people. How cool is that? And another thing that really calmed my nerves in this moment, before the race, I had picked out some landmarks on the swim and the bike specifically to just let me know where I'm at, where the tide starts pushing more to the left than it is the right. So I got to fight that current a little bit to one point in the swim. And that was right at the hotel. So once I got at the hotel, I knew that the current was going to push me left. And so I saw whenever I was breathing to my right and sighting that the hotel was coming up. So I knew I had to overcorrect a little bit. And I did that so perfectly. I timed it perfectly, got around that first red buoy, that turn buoy, and saw the water tower. I knew I was good and I was at home. So I just kept swimming, just keep swimming, and swam down to where I got out. By then it was over. It was so fast and I had so much fun. I specifically remember a time when I was swimming and I saw a bunch of birds fly over really close to me, which was super cool. I was not expecting that. So as I'm getting out of this water, I'm like, wow, I actually did this thing. And this was my first Ironman 70.3, never done one before. My equilibrium's kind of messed up, I had water in my ears, I got water in my goggles a little bit. So I'm starting to take off the top part of my wetsuit and get my shoes on that I had placed there the night before and started running to the transition. I'm running the transition, my heart rate's starting to spike, so I started walking. Get to the transition, my bike, everything's already set up. Put my bike shoes on, put my bike helmet on, my glasses, and then off to the bike I was. Now I'm on the bike, and I've trained the bike. I've trained the actual course on Groovy. This is not a sponsored video by any chance, but by any means necessary, this is not a sponsored video. But I used Groovy, which allowed me to use my smart trainer and my actual bike and the bike fit that I have to ride the ride and to ride the race, which was really helpful in my training and my preparing for this race. So I knew all of the little, hills, and if there are little hills, it's mostly flat, but there were little sections that were a little higher than others, like bridges and stuff like that. So I was prepared for that. My body was actually prepared for that. So that was nice. So going into the bike, I knew I had it, right? Pounded the nutrition early. So my wife had made my specific drinks early. I started taking my drinks. I started fueling very, very early in the race so I didn't bonk. But let me tell you, once I got to mile 40, oh man, my legs, I just felt cramped. I felt crammed up. Like my muscles didn't cramp, but I just felt like my legs needed to stretch. Like I needed to lay down on the couch and my legs just needed to sprawl out and stretch a little bit. Mile 40 was hard for me, and I had 16 more miles to go, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why do I do these things? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I like doing hard things? It was so difficult for me to push past that, but I did, right? And that last little hill going up to that drawbridge, you would have thought it would have killed me because it was very difficult. So going into the transition area, we're done with the bike, right? It was kind of a slanted concrete place, so you had to be careful not to slip. So I walked, took my time, had a perfect transition set up, put my bike down, changed my shoes, got on the run, right? Started running, felt so good. Honestly, I felt so good when I started to run, and I really started thinking to myself, like, man, I can do this. Like my legs just felt good to stretch. It felt good to just run. And I saw people coming towards me. So I was like, oh no, they're already done. Hurry, hurry, hurry. But my mindset, that's what my mindset wanted to tell me. But what I forced my mind to say was slow and steady. I needed to take one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And that's what I focused on. And that's my encouragement for you today, is for you to run your race, to do what you've trained to do what you know you can do, and focus on performing your plan. Not somebody else's plan, not the person beside your plan, not plan that you think you're going to be at in 3 years. The plan that you have for this race day today, execute it. What was my plan on the run? Monitor my heart rate. Pretty simple. I trained a lot in zone 2, so I knew my pace, but going after a 1.2 mile swim, a 56 mile bike, now we're on a 13.1 mile run, my heart rate was exploding. I really had a hard time keeping it down, so I really ran into the run walk phase really early. My pacing, I needed to pace where my heart rate could afford it. So walking helped me lower my heart rate, and I'd start running again. A couple minutes, 3-4 minutes. Heart rate would be way up the threshold. So I'd stop, walk again, allow my heart rate to drop. And this worked. For the first mile, it was strange. Like my body was rewarding me, but at the same time, my heart was like, what is going on? The first mile always lies to you. Because by the time I got to mile 3, 4, I knew what I was in for. I was like, okay, my heart rate I'm having trouble. Don't feel shame if you are run walking. That is a beautiful thing when you pace yourself perfectly. A perfect race is run your race and pace your pace. And so I get to this point, I'm running, walking, one cone at a time. Literally, I get to like mile 6, 7. And I remember like I needed to have fun. So I started talking to other racers, encouraging them. And as I was encouraging them, I noticed I got encouraged. So this really helped me during my run portion of my race. And since I was run walking, I was really trying not to cramp. I took it one cone at a time. I'd walk a cone, run 2 to 3 cones, walk a cone, run 2 to 3 cones. And by this time, we're in a shaded area. It was a park. It's kind of lonely for me, actually, other than encouraging other participants. But some people were really excited that I was doing it. Other people were like, why are you talking to me? I'm suffering. Leave me alone. So you're going to get a mix of responses. But one aid station at a time as well. Take one aid station at a time. I was really eating the pickles. I love the pretzels. All the volunteers on the course were phenomenal. They all encouraged us. They had a wonderful turnout. The aid stations were amazing. Definitely had enough porta potties and porta johns. You had enough liquids. You had enough food. My favorite thing at the aid transitions on the run were the pickles, the pretzels, the Coke. Definitely a lifesaver. I had a shot of Coca-Cola, and it really saved me. It felt like it perked me up, and I started running a lot better. And as I was fueling and I was encouraging others and I was being uplifted by the Lord and just how He's speaking through me for other people, now I'm approaching the finish line. Now I'm getting to the point where everybody talked about the battleship, right? The battleship. And so I'm getting to this battleship moment, the boardwalk, beautiful scenery, still run walking. I knew what I had to finish in. There was a time cutoff. I was well before the time cutoff, so I knew I was good. Ran my race. Pain was still there. Pain was still there even near the finish line. There was a lot of mix of emotions. 1, I can't believe I did it. 2, is this really happening? Like, did I really just do this? Is this really happening? And then 3 was just excitement. Like, I overcome so much doubt, fear, self-negativity, and now I'm at this finish line, right? I'm approaching this finish line. I started hearing the crowd in the distance. I heard the announcer announcing names, and it was a beautiful thing to approach. In crossing that finish line, there was a sign of relief. There was a sign of gratitude. There was a sign of just, wow, I'm built for endurance. I really feel like Romans 5 verses 3 through 5 really spoke through me that day. And a part of me never really wanted to do it again. Part of me definitely wanted to sign up for the next race. But one of the advices that I got was to not sign up too quickly and not make a decision too quickly. So across that finish line, my family was there, my wife, my dad, stepmom, greeted me with hugs. It was a really special moment. And it was really an incredible experience. Wonderful course, wonderful volunteers. And I couldn't have been any happier for my first Ironman 70.3. Wilmington, North Carolina just blew my mind away when it came to just how they executed the race. The race conditions were perfect. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. And it just really was a wonderful first time race. So my biggest emotion was just my thankfulness to God. God carried me through this race. I couldn't be more appreciative of His strength and my weakness as He pushed me through some really tough parts of the race. This race tested more than my fitness, it really tested my faith. I really had to rely more on God and more on the Holy Spirit, the power of the Holy Spirit, than my own self. This race challenged that quiet lie that I kept telling myself that I couldn't finish the swim. I can't do this. I can't swim. This is the ocean, marine life. I'm freaking out. This race challenged me in that, but I overcome it. I really felt like I was living it out, and I was really encouraged by the Lord in this moment. Romans chapter 5, verse 3 through 5. My edge in this race was learning to keep moving with God, to keep a steady flow with the Lord, and to remember, I've trained for this. I have trained for this. I have strategically set a plan in place, and the Lord is guiding my steps. I remember that, and I want you to remember that too the next time that you are training for your edge or living to your edge or being pushed to your edge. The Lord is with you, and the Lord is encouraging you in that. So my 3 key lessons for each and every single one of you. The first one, start where you are, not where you wish you were. Don't start where you wish you were. That will come in time. It's good to have big goals and big ambitions and big things to dream about, but start where you are. Enjoy the journey. You'll just think about it this way. You'll never ever be where you're at right now ever again. That is a special moment. So train with purpose, live with purpose, have a mindset and some mental toughness to go out and face your challenges, face these obstacles, and start where you are. Lesson 2, train your mind as hard as you train your body. We all know that our body breaks down before our mind, building this mental toughness and this race resilience, speaking positive affirmations over yourself, speaking the word over yourself is going to come in critical. It is super important to build that mental toughness. And so that, because this mental toughness will allow you to push through moments of self-doubt, push through moments of fear. Lesson 3, bring your faith into your fitness. Don't allow your fitness to be separate from God. Bring it together. Think about all of the time. Think about the time that it takes for you to accomplish your goals. Invite the Lord in that. These long 3.5 hour long bike rides, these are long sessions. These brick sessions, swim bike runs, these bike runs, the swim runs, all of this time in training, this is a time for you to worship with the Lord. So if you really think about it, if you have a really long training day and you're training 3 to 6 hours that day, guess what? That's 3 to 6 hours that you are worshiping with the Lord, that you're treating your body as a vessel for the Holy Spirit, that you're honoring your body because your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. And always remember this, God is not only at the finish line. He's omnipresent, omnipotent, which means he is with you in every mile, in every struggle point of the race, in every distance, whether it's a full Ironman, Ironman 70.3, or even if it's just a sprint triathlon or a 5K run at your local turkey trot. God is there with you and he's going to strengthen you. He's going to empower you to overcome your self-doubt. Thank you for watching my Ironman 70.3 Wilmington, North Carolina review. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for those who are already a part of the EdgeDriven community. If you're not part of the EdgeDriven community, please like and subscribe to this video and share it with somebody that might be chasing their dreams and their fitness or business goals as well. At the EdgeDriven community here, we do not fear the edge. We find it, we train there, and we live there. Have a great holiday season, everybody. We'll see you later.